You know what it is too, and it's perfect we bring this subject up. Yo, too many fans are too used to mediocrity, bro. That's what it really is,
Oh,
bro.
that's good.
Like a lot of fans of anime and anime adaptations, they're so used to mediocrity within anime that when it transfers over to real life and they watch it, they go, "Yo, everything bad is still kind of good." And it displeases me so much because like we're hard One Piece fans, and we've met Matt Owens, like the showrunner. We've
Oh,
met Emily for the Nami chick, like one time, and like I told them, like, yo, y'all better do right because yo, there's no good track record of this going well. And I was like, yo, I'm not gonna rep y'all until like y'all do y'all thing. And then we watched it, and we was like, yo, we don't even want to watch the first episode no more.
hey, yo, Larry,
It took us forever to even finish it.
that
I
is
never
so
finished
savage, Larry, for you to say, hey, yo, I'm going to let you
Yo,
know
I
now.
keep
Yo.
it. Yo,
Yo,
I keep it a
I feel
buck.
like that's right up Larry's alley, though. Like I feel like that's
I'm
just
going to let you know now.
Yo, I kept it a buck, bro. I was like, yo, y'all need to do y'all thing, bro. Because he didn't even think like it was gonna be that successful, from what I remember. He was like, yo, like it's gonna be successful, but like how successful we don't know.
yeah.
See, I'm not like Larry. I'll hold my negative comments a little bit, just a little bit.
Listen, bro.
I was a little disappointed. I was hopeful when I met them. They were very nice. They treated us very well.
Yeah, they were nice. They were nice people. They yelled at me though.
They did yell. It was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I just they didn't handle Baratie the way I would have liked it.
No.
I'll say that. Everything else that I saw, I didn't have too much of a problem with. There was some funny stuff, but whatever.
Well, besides
Baratie could have been. There's themes that need to be portrayed correctly
Yeah.
there that just weren't to me. And I'm like, these are entire character arcs and storylines that like make these characters, or some of them specifically, and for them not to be touched upon was like, where are we going?
Yeah.
And I feel like they be wasting their whole bag. Like they did it with Yu Yu Hakusho as well. Like they'll go through like mad arcs within the story just to fit it all into like
Yes.
8 episodes. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
bro.
bruh, yo, literally, if you ever watched Yu Yu Hakusho, you know from when he like first passes away to the Dark Tournament arc. The Dark Tournament arc was the hardest thing you've ever seen in your life.
Loved
Yo,
it.
they did from Yusuke becoming a spirit detective to the
Yes,
end of
yes.
the Dark Tournament arc in 8 episodes.
Bro, They
Yo,
rushed,
you
rushed
throwing
the heck
a-
out of it.
Yo, the bag is thrown away.
And
You
then-
could have made a whole season 2.
You could have. The thing is, I don't think they thought they were going to get a season 2. That's my that was the grace I gave them. Like y'all are just rushing it because you don't think you're going to be able to do anything else. So like I kind of was cool with it, but I completely understand. I felt the same way. Like I feel like we just rushed straight through it. Same thing with Avatar. I don't know if y'all watched the Avatar live action.
I haven't watched it yet.
I like
Bro,
it.
Bro, I can't. Bro, I tell you, literally the entire time I'm yelling and cussing at the TV, like, bro, what are we doing? Like you said with the characters, like how like they didn't flesh the characters out at all. Like what made the characters and how we enjoyed them. They didn't do that.
So my issue with Avatar and just the creation of it is that there was just no need for it to me. Like there was no need for a live action Avatar based off Aang. If you're gonna do live action Avatar, I said it all the time, go Game of Thrones route. Go during the 100-year time that Aang was gone.
that's
There was so
actually
much
good.
political intrigue,
Yeah.
wars, spirit realm stuff you could have done, betrayals, just philosophical different. We had genocides. We had all types of stuff going on with extremely intriguing characters, and it's like you could have done Game of Thrones style Avatar with like elements and bending and martial arts. And they went not, because again, the people that enjoyed Avatar at that time, we're grown.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need to see Aang trying to go penguin sledding, bro. I'm 30.
But I do.
You know what I'm saying?
But
I
I
don't need to see that.
And see,
I seen it.
Yeah.
I think that's what sometimes we miss is that for me and what I think is that live adaptations aren't necessarily for the people who have watched the anime or watched the cartoon in the past.
But they
These
have
are
to be.
for new. They have to be, and I think they appease us to some extent.
That's
some
your
extent.
base, Preston.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
get-
Because
I
if
get that
we
it's based,
if we don't
but-
watch it, you're not
but-
succeeding.
But if you want to bring new anime fans or you want to make new fans, you see that there were new fans. I found that people will watch One Piece now more than ever, strictly because of the live adaptation. Did we like it as anime watchers? Absolutely not, because we know that there were things that were skipped, there were storylines that should have been highlighted a little bit more, but it made new fans. Yu Yu Hakusho, same ordeal. Yeah, they skipped a lot of things, but it made new fans. Again, I know people who said, okay, I have not watched Yu Yu Hakusho, but because of the live adaptation, like, I'm going to give that a shot.
Who you know, Preston?
I mean,
Who you know that said that based off that Yu Yu Hakusho, man?
Do you really think Yu Yu Hakusho was that bad?
I didn't even watch it, but I don't know anybody that said that.
I think it would have been a 10 if they didn't rush through it. To be honest,
but like Joe said,
that good.
Like Joe said, I think that budget wise, I don't think that they thought that they would get a season 2. So I feel like, yeah, absolutely, it was rushed. They had to like try to fit everything, but I enjoyed the way that they tried to fit everything. Like, I get it. A live adaptation is not going to tell the story the exact same as,
Why not,
as
though?
anime, because Joe, you just said yourself the budget. The budget.
I mean, okay, Yu Yu
don't have
Hakusho
the
give you.
budget.
Yu Yu Hakusho I'll give you. One Piece I'm not giving you. Avatar I'm not giving you.
Joe,
Nah.
who is going to split their money at a live adaptation when people already feel like that live adaptations are rough anyway? Nobody's just going to be willing to throw money. I don't care if you're One Piece. I don't care if you're Dragon Ball. We saw that Dragon Ball was the #1 anime for a good minute. Oh yeah, we saw that Dragon Ball Z was the best anime for a good minute, and they put money towards a live adaptation, and we saw what happened. It sunk. Nobody is really wanting to put money towards live adaptations like that. Like, bro, come on, man.
But they had the bag. They was getting like,
and
what they get, 8 million? It was something crazy.
I think they used it to the best of their ability. I think Baratier absolutely was skipped more than anything. Like, I get it. Like, they kind of sketched out on that. Understood. Also, I mean, I don't like the way they made the Arlong Park, like, that was a bunch of niggas. Like, we was like, there was in there. Like, that was crazy to me. I'm like, hey, like, okay, cool.
Listen, I ain't had no problem with none of that. My issue with Baratier is things that just didn't need to be changed. Like, how are you gonna not have Sanji witness Zoro and Luffy's fight? Right? Like that like Luffy didn't even fight Don Krieg. That didn't even happen. The point of Baratier was for Sanji to see two conquerors going after their dreams, putting their life on the line because they're not beholden to owing somebody. He didn't learn that lesson at all. He had a mini high school argument with his dad, and his dad said, I had to leave, and he said, fine then. That's not what I witnessed.
Exactly.
That's not why I liked the character. There was way more to that. And if you're not going to tell those stories that way, the way that they're supposed, and you didn't need to change anything for that. You literally didn't need to change anything. They went out of their way to change that, and that's it. The whole central focus of his character. How does anything that Sanji does going forward make sense?
It doesn't.
If he doesn't have this in his mind, in the back of his head, oh, I owed Zeph, and now I'm free to go after chasing my own dream for real.
So let me go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? I'm tripping. Like, I know I'm not tripping. I know what I read. I know what I watched. I know what I read. That's not what I read. That's not what I watched.
So first of all, the Don Krieg thing, like, I don't think that there was enough budget to try to animate that. Do you see what they spent their budget on from like episodes 1 through 8? Like, that budget was crazy. That CGI budget had to be absolutely crazy. So if they had to skip out on something, which I hated, like, I'm going to skip out on Don Krieg. I am.
But
I know I get it.
Seb said everything, so I'm good.
And again, I just think that
See, Joe, we locked in. We still agree on Sanji. If you don't like him, even if you don't like him, we still agree on what needs to happen.
I get that it needs to
be told the way it's told. That's just all I want.
And I'm not disagreeing with that. I absolutely think that the story needs to be told the way it is. But again, there are a couple of things that are going against that. One is budget. Two, again, it brought a whole new watch to the anime community.
And I love it for that.
I give it that, because even my wife was like, "I'm now interested." She don't watch anime, and she definitely into One Piece. But now she's got a little bit. She's looking forward to the season 2 of the live action, and I'm like, when the remake comes out of One Piece, I'm gonna try to get her to watch that. So,
okay. So I will say this about the whole argument regarding live action bringing more of an audience in. Most people don't like watching cartoons. At the end of the day, this is just Japanese cartoons. No matter how much we want to signify it as anime, there's a stigma behind it, right?
Yeah.
Most people don't want to do that. They're just not into it. So they rather just watch live action. That's completely fine. I think the disconnect comes in when the person making the show believes that the content is not good enough in order for it to survive on its own legs. But
Right.
instead, they take the legs from under it and then use the body of it and just go, let's condense it to make it more entertaining. When they don't realize the content is already there. It's entertaining enough. If you can just within the story of One Piece, there's going to be mistakes within that. Oda has lived this story for more than 20 plus years. Whoever is making the show should have been following this more than 5 years, right? They should be scholars amongst other people. So when they make this show, they can be like, you know what? We don't even need
the live action.
We don't even need to get all the way. We don't even need to get past Arlong Park.
Oda had a direct hand. Oda had a direct hand in it, though.
Yo, realistically, too, we probably didn't even need to get past, like, we probably didn't even need to get Usopp just yet.
No,
like we literally could.
No.
Hear me out. Because if we did things the way it should have been done, yo, the whole, what's this dude's name again with the arm cleaver?
Captain
Morgan. Yeah, we could have went through the Captain Morgan episode. Probably could have took an episode and a half, maybe an episode. Go to the next one. Like, just figure out the buggy situation. Don't make them whack. Don't make them too corny. Figure it out, and then we'll sit on the Kuina background. Like, we can go through all that, but you don't have to rush it. That's the point. It's like, we'll get to it when we get to it. Then Baratier, we probably should have just ended on Baratier, bro.
Yo,
like, realistically speaking, because Baratier had enough meat in order for us to be like, yo, I can't wait for a season 2.
So I was fine with the pacing until we got to Baratier.
Yeah,
because it was like, all right, like, if you want to do this episode is based off this villain, etc., cool. Baratier was like the focal point where we were transitioning to like, okay, this is real.
Yeah.
To almost everybody who's ever watched or read One Piece, it was like, okay, well, hold on. That dude is seemingly one of the strongest people in the series. Zoro's freaking crying. He's like, all of that stuff happened. We had the first major backstory that we saw. Mm-hmm. All of that happens.
Yeah.
We didn't get what we were supposed to get from that.
Yeah.
And like, we transitioned to Arlong Park. Cool. I'm not even getting into the Luffy hearing Nami's backstory, because again, that's the point was he didn't need to hear it. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're taking the characters out of what they were. Like, when Luffy fought Buggy, right, and he freed those people, and he was like, I'm a different kind of pirate. Like, Luffy would never say that, bro. That's not Luffy. Luffy don't care.
That was the other thing.
He would never say that, bro. He's not on some crusade to make pirating cool, to make people respect pirates and like pirates. He doesn't care what you think about him, bro. He's doing whatever he feels like doing.
I agree.
I'm a different kind of pirate. I said it before on the podcast. That the version of Luffy I saw on that live action, he wouldn't even go save Ace because he would factor in freeing all those impel down people into his decision. And he'd be like, nah, I can't do that.
And there was the part of Luffy too, and doing Luffy live action. The one thing I will say with Luffy is, I feel like Luffy is hard to bring to flesh and blood because
he's almost impossible.
Exactly. So like, I wanted to give the acting like some grace with that, but it also was just really, really hard to, because I feel like it like you said, that wasn't Luffy. Like, there were aspects that like, okay, yeah, but there are a lot of times I'm like, that's not how this should go. This is not how Luffy would do that. And it was the live action was rough for me. I enjoyed it to a degree, but it was definitely rough for me.
I think that you're always gonna have people that watch the live action. For sure. I think that's the point. Yeah. It's like, just because it's live action, people are going to watch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you don't need to rush it. You just need to make sure that the story points that make One Piece special, or make Yu Yu Hakusho special, or Rurouni Kenshin, just hit the powerful points that everybody loves the show for.
Exactly.
Because regardless of the details of what we didn't like and what we did like, you're always going to be like, yo, maybe if they just chilled out and just believed that this would succeed and get a season 2, we would have been in a better position for live action than we are right now, because when people watch the live action for the first time, they're gonna be like, damn, I'm interested probably in watching the anime now. And then they watch the anime and they go,
This isn't what I watched.
This ain't what I watched.
And it's the same
Exactly,
reaction
bro.
that we have
Exactly.
in reverse.
But I don't
Exactly.
think I think in that instance we're asking for too much. Again, I look at background. I think we're asking too much. If you're looking at like background situation and you're looking at contract stuff and you're looking at time stuff and saying that you have to get here in a specific amount of time, but
don't do it. Yo.
but
If you can't do it right, then don't do it.
But
yo.
if you're older and you want to reach the masses to say, yo, I want people to like check this out, then I feel, I mean, I get it. I get both sides. I'm not just gonna sit here and lie. I get both sides. I do.
Yo, and the thing is
rough.
too, they be acting like, yo, the creators had say in on this. And I'd be like,
Oda
yo, sometimes,
specifically said he did
Hold on,
though.
you say that,
yo, but they be like, yo, he's not involved. And I'd be like, yo, sometimes that's not a good thing, bro.
yo.
Like, yo, don't
Oda
tell
be
me
capping.
that Oda's involved,
Oda be
and then he got Garp being the main villain of the series.
Bro,
for the
thank
first.
you.
I'm like, bro,
Thank
what are
you.
we talking about,
What
bro?
is that?
So that's what I'm talking about. It's like,
like
it's like, yo, get people who understand the content of any type of anime and be like, all right, let's believe that it'll last past 2 seasons, regardless if it just ends on season 1. And we'll give you everything that you desire within it to make you feel like, yo, this is amazing. We got the budget already.
Yo, and here's the thing: if you're gonna take those liberties, like you could just have Garp be a big reveal in season 2 and have Garp's character just be Bogart, because we don't know nothing about Bogart. But if you want to have this, they're trying to tie in Luffy's grandfather into it with Kobe and everything, like, yo, you can just have that reveal later or later in the season. He doesn't need to be the one tracking Luffy down and doing all this stuff. Bogart knows who Luffy is based on his
100%.
relationship with Garp. You could have him play that role, and you're not taking a character that we know and love out of his element this early in the series. Like, what are we doing? That wasn't Garp.
That wasn't Garp,
I
bro.
gotta stop.
So do you
gotta
think
stop.
that?
But that wasn't Garp.
Do you think that Oda was pleased with the One Piece adaptation?
Yo, honestly,
Deep
I feel
down,
like
no.
he was like, yo, it's happening. I gotta worry about the 20 pages I gotta make to finish
Right.
to 13.
Oda's a genius who loves his work. He's happy that it's being celebrated in any way. He knows what's good and he knows what's not. He knows when he saw them episodes, he was like, but he also a bag chaser. So
And I get it. Like I said, I get both ways. But also that means like every live adaptation, like again, because there are going to have to be like some cuts in what. Again, I am a Yu Yu Hakusho fanatic. Did they cut like every corner that they possibly could? 100%. Did I still enjoy the watch? Yes. And I guess that's what I'm saying is like, even with One Piece, did they like cut corners? Absolutely. Did it make sense for the live adaptation? Absolutely. Did it make sense as far as like anime to manga? Maybe not.
Listen,
I can't speak to Yu Yu Hakusho, man.
Listen, if you're a new watcher and you're watching it for the very first time, all of this is going to make sense to you.
Yo, Preston, you gotta stop believing in mediocrity, bro.
Yo,
We gotta
it's
start
not
holding
the-
people
it's-
accountable, dog.
It's not the media.
Because can I say? Let me say
Yo,
this.
Preston, you just said that it was a good watch and you were happy with it.
Preston,
I
straight
said it
up,
was
like
a
Larry
good-
said earlier,
but
if the content is good, its foundations are good. Just build on what exists.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
got-
You don't have to do none of that
Do you
shit.
not
Pete,
think they
Pete,
build on
listen.
what existed? bro?
Pete,
Like,
listen.
I
Pete,
think
listen.
that's what Preston
One
said
Piece.
that-
Let's take One Piece into consideration for a second. One Piece. It's gotten as big as it is because of what One Piece is, right? So just do that. Like especially if you want to get all the people that love One Piece, if you want them to continue to watch the live action, just make the live action just like the anime. Obviously, there's
You
tweaks. You gotta make.
cannot do
I'm
that.
saying there's tweaks that you have to make, but they're saying you don't have to take the legs out under it. Also, as
They
big
didn't
as,
take the
as big as One Piece is, if you take your time and don't rush through stuff, you're going to get more seasons because there's so many of us. If you do it right, we're gonna come back and watch the next seasons. You're gonna make all the money that you need for the next couple seasons. It's going to happen. It's not like it's some random small little anime show over here that doesn't have this huge following. It's one of the biggest anime of all time. It's going to have a huge following. Even if 20% of the One Piece followers Watch live action. You're good.
And that is the small and
But I'm
that
saying
is what,
that's it. But there's
no.
more than
And
that.
that is
And you
what
know there's
I, and
more
that
than
is
that.
what no, but you said it. And that is what I hate is that you try to draw the people that watch it. What about the new people that want to
Pete,
get into
they're going to watch it if they're going to pick it up because they have no clue what One Piece is. Whether you leave it how it was or change it, they're still going to watch it.
So Preston,
That-
you'd
that
rather
piece-
you'd
that
rather
small
reach the
piece-
masses than make an actual great show.
But the
That-
masses
now
are
see-
going to be there.
That's
The
what you're
masses-
saying.
That is
You
not
would
what I'm
rather
saying.
reach the masses than make a great show. That's what you're saying.
Again,
Pete, if they don't
again,
watch the anime-
I just think that there is a lot more that goes into it than what we're saying. Like again, I think there is budgeted issues. I think that there is time constraints. Like I think that there.
Yo, Preston, what's easier?
I'll
bro?
let it rock. I'll let it rock.
Preston listen to
no,
Mad
no,
Pop,
hold
bro.
on, hold on. Preston,
I
what's
wish
easier?
I did, but I don't. I'm a jazz
Preston,
head.
what's easier, bro? Visiting 2 islands or 6? And building 6 sets. What's easier budget
I'm
wise?
saying, bro.
I mean,
Exactly.
Preston,
Exactly.
Preston,
Yeah. Oh, that's the budget though.
Yeah, it's a budget,
It's the
bro.
budget,
It's a
though.
budget, though,
it
man.
is the, I get both ways.
It's the budget.
I get both. I get
All
both.
right. Let's transition.
Preston, no, hold on. Preston, you gonna be happy? You gonna be happy if they get through Alabasta in 1 episode?
That's crazy.
First of all, we know that that's
That'd be
not
the worst.
happening though. But we know that's
It's
not
not
happening. Like, let's be for real. Like, y'all, now you really trying, Larry. But we know good
Yo,
damn
yo,
well that ain't
Okay,
happening.
Preston, two episodes.
2 episodes,
Do
Preston.
y'all really? Y'all okay? Okay.
Yo, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Y'all really try? Like, really?
Yo, Preston, I
Y'all
just
are
seen
doing
Preston. We seen Yu Yu Hakusho. They went through the dark tournament in 2 episodes.
They did not have the budget.
Yes, they. Okay.
Yo,
Joe,
Joe.
Yo, Preston
Listen,
not
bro.
getting it, bro.
Joe,
Bro,
transition us, bro.
listen.
Transition us, bro.
He's not getting it, bro.